This is Tammy in my world in OKC. I am going to make what we call Cowboy casserole. Some people call it sour cream casserole. It's just my take on kind of like a lasagna casserole, really. So what I'm going to need, and there might be some things I forgot, which I'll let you know, but I tried to get out everything I could to remember. Onion, and this is optional. Hamburger, which I always fry up my hamburger in big packages and then either freeze it or use it in dishes that I need. Some tomato paste, some cottage cheese, tomato sauce, cheese, and you can pretty much use whatever cheese you want. I've just got a mixture of Colby and Monterey Jack, some Parmesan cheese, some sour cream, egg noodles. And then for seasonings, I usually do salt, pepper, a little bit of red pepper flake, and garlic. So let me get you guys in a different position and we will get busy. Hopefully you can see everything okay. I do need a tripod, but it is what it is for now. Okay, first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go on about medium heat. I put a drizzle of about a tablespoon of olive oil in this pan. And then I am going to dump in about a cup to a cup and a half of onions that I diced up yesterday, just because I knew I was going to need them today. Just kind of having prep work done ahead of time to save me time. And you're just going to let these saute up. And the reason I'm doing the onions first is for the fact that I've already cooked my hamburger. So I don't want raw onions in with my hamburger. And I will saute the hamburger up in here too, but we need to give the onions a head start. Okay guys, I am going to add a pinch of salt to my onions just to kind of get them to break down a little more. And I've got my pot of water over here for my noodles. And I'm going to go ahead and salt it up. And you want your water to be as salty as the ocean. So quite a bit of salt in there. I know some people are like, what? But it's the only chance you have to put any flavor in your noodles. So I'm going to go ahead and add a little bit of pepper to my onions. And give that another little stir. Okay, as the onions get a little more done, they're starting to get translucent. I'm going to go ahead and add some garlic, and I like just the garlic granules. It's not the salt because I've already added my own salt. So I do add probably about a half a teaspoon of that. Okay, and then I'm going to use a little bit of pepper flakes, just like a pinch. I don't want it hot, but I do want some flavor. And this is a brand new one. Let me get this open. Sorry guys. It was a brand new container. I hadn't used any out of this one yet. But I'm just going to use just a pinch and put that in there and let that finish cooking up. Okay guys, my onions are, pretty close to being done. I'm going to add about half of this hamburger meat that I pre-cooked. It was a little, right at 5 pounds, but I only need 2 pounds, so I'm just going to do it in half. It's going to be okay. And you can use flavors you like to. I like taking recipes that I see and changing stuff around and making them how I like them or how my family likes them. And I always think that's a good thing. But doing my hamburger meat ahead of time like this, I either freeze it or like this. I have 2 recipes that I'm going to do. So this other half of this hamburger meat will be getting used in something else. But it just is a time saver, huge time saver. Okay guys, I've got my hamburger meat going pretty good here with my onions that are still going. And I like to put my tomato paste in early. And I'm going to use 2 of the little packs from Dollar Tree that I got. But I like putting it in with the hamburger meat beforehand. It just seems like it brings out the flavor a lot better. And that's just my my preference. But I'm just going to put that right in there. And I'm so sorry I don't have a way to have like 2 cameras to show you guys, you know, what it looks like, but you guys get the gist of it. But I like to put that in and then give it a little mix around and just kind of build those flavors. And then I'm going to add my tomatoes after this goes for like, a minute or so. Kind of let that cook in, and for time's sake I'm just going to go ahead and dump it in. And with doubling this recipe, it ends up being about 30 ounces of tomato sauce. Okay guys, this is what your sauce mixture should look like, and I did put in all the tomato sauce, and we got our onions and our hamburger and all that in there. Sorry for the steam. Now in a separate bowl, and this is pretty much done, I let it simmer probably for about 5 minutes, and then this is done. So we're going to let that simmer a few minutes, and I'm going to get to making the other mixture. Okay guys, I've got the red sauce mixture going, and it kind of seems like a lot of steps, but it's really not. Okay, next is going to be for like the cheesy mixture. Okay, and since I'm doubling this recipe, you want about a cup of sour cream, and I'm just eyeballing it just because I make this a lot. Okay, next is just cottage cheese, and since I'm doubling the recipe, you want about almost 3 cups. So that would leave about maybe 6 or 8 ounces left of this cottage cheese, but I'm going to add it all because we don't eat cottage cheese any other way, and I don't want to waste it. So just put all that in there. Okay. And then next, you're going to put your cheese. And it's whatever cheese is, you know, your favorite. You can use just plain, you know, cheddar cheese, sharp cheese, whatever. I'm just using the combination cheese. That's what was on sale. That's what I'm using. And you want about 2 cups. And that's usually about 2 handfuls. And I know y'all love my technical measuring. And it might be 2.5, you know, you never know. Okay. And I did get help. My husband is being my cameraman, so you guys can actually see down inside. But y'all know you ain't gonna hear him make a peep. But he is helping me, so thank you, honey. I do appreciate it.
Peep.
Okay, guys. After your water starts boiling and you've added your salt to make it salty like the ocean, go ahead and dump in your bag of noodles. And I use egg noodles every time I make this, but you can use whatever noodles you want. I mean, I wouldn't use like a ring noodle, like macaroni noodle or a penne or something, but a flat noodle. You know, you could use spaghetti or actual lasagna noodles or just whatever you want. And I always like to give them a little stir just to make sure nothing's going to stick. Since I know the recipe, I got 2 of these baker pans, and you can get these at the dollar store or whatever. I think I got these at Sam's. But I like using these because there's no cleanup. Toss it, throw it away. Okay, and what I have done is the cheese mixture with the cottage cheese and sour cream and stuff. I went ahead and drained my noodles, and you want to mix your noodles in with that. And it looks a little dry, but we got some company, so I had to let it set for a little bit. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this noodle mixture and half it in between these 2 pans. Okay, and next you take your red sauce and you split your red sauce half and half over the top of these. And you just want to kind of just give it a little spread out if you can. And you can mix it all together if you want, but I like it to be a little separated. And I'm just going to go ahead and get both of this divided on both these pans, and I'll be right back. Okay, and after you get that divided out, or you just make a single, you'll just have 1 pan. I like to sprinkle a little more cheese on top. So just give it another little sprinkle. And it's got quite a bit of cheese in it, so I don't usually put just tons of cheese on the top too. But I do like my cheese, so don't skimp. And then what I like to do is I like to put a little Parmesan on the top as well. So I just bought this pre-shredded, so I'm just going to add a little bit of Parmesan over the top too. And then you're going to stick this in the oven. Everything's done. I mean, you could eat it just like this, but you're going to want the cheese, you know, ooey gooey, bubbly, all that. So put it in the oven on about 350 for about 30 minutes, and I will show you what it looks like when it comes out of the oven. See you in a minute. This is it coming out of the oven. The cheese is melted. The Parmesan don't melt as much as I wish it would because it is a fresh Parmesan, but that's okay. The rest is all cheesy and melted, and this is what it looks like, you know, on the inside. Cheesy, wheezy, good. And I will put a picture in here of the plate just so you guys can see what it's plated up like. We're having salad with ours tonight, but it'd be good with salad and bread, you know, like French bread or something like that. I didn't have any on hand, so if we want a slice of just regular bread, they'll just have to deal with what's on hand. So thanks for watching my video. I hope you guys like it. I hope you make it. If you do make it, let me know how you liked it. So please give this video a big thumbs up and share it and subscribe if you haven't, so that way you don't miss out on any of the videos. Thanks guys. Bye.